homegirl Kayla Simone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vlog. It is Monday and today is already Monday, y'all. I had high hopes for today. Maybe I should check the weather. I had high hopes for today to be super productive. I was gonna do my little stretching. I was gonna get on the bike. While I was on the bike, I was planning on listing out some things that I need to get done this week, taking a look at my calendar. And the pedal on my Peloton is broken. Was not expecting that. I mean, okay, actually, I kind of was, because the last couple times I went to clip in with my left foot, it wasn't clipping. Like, it wasn't making the clicking sound. And I didn't really think anything of it. I was just like, that's weird. Why is it doing that? And I actually said something to Ira about it when we were both in the gym the other day. And he was like, yeah, I noticed that for me too. And then today, when I went to clip in, it like would not go at all. So I flipped the pedal upside down and I saw that there's like a little piece missing that like holds the clippy part in place. And apparently this is a very common problem with Peloton pedals, which is pretty annoying given how expensive that thing is. So I looked it up online. It says that I can replace the pedals for like about $40. I don't know when I saw it on Reddit. I'm like, I don't really know when that was written, and I don't know how much the pedals are going to be to replace today, but, or like now, you know, in this economy. But I am going to try to call Peloton and see if they'll just send me replacement pedals first, because it's only September and we got our Peloton in March, so like they definitely should not be failing, you know, like we really have not had it for that long at all. So since I can't do that to get my cardio in, Ginger and I are headed to the lake. We're gonna walk around the lake for a little bit, and I can still write my little list around as I walk the lake.
So won't you say my name, say my name? If you claim you want me, it ain't no that. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby. Boy, you can go stop playing
She was so
games.
confused. She's like, what are you doing here? Very tired. This is a pretty exciting week because we've got some things happening with the old house, some things happening with the new house. Starting with the old house, our house goes on the market today. Oh my gosh, that's literally so surreal for me to say, because I've never sold a house before. So like, I've lived with my mom when she sold houses, but I've never sold my own house. So it's been like pretty interesting, pretty different. And I just never expected to be moving out of our house so soon. Like, I thought we would be there at least 5 years. This September, like a couple weeks ago, marked exactly 3 years in the house. So much has changed in the house. I want to kind of like, maybe I'll do that in this vlog. Maybe I'll walk you guys through footage that I have of the house, like when we first built it, whatever clips I can find, and then I'll walk you guys through what it looks like now. Because last week on Instagram stories, somebody had asked me what percentage of your house is DIY versus like what did your builder do, and just walking through in 60 seconds and pointing out all of the different things in our main open concept living area, it was like actually kind of wild to me to see how many projects I had done and how different the house looks. Anytime you see an accent ceiling, that's me. The builder painted all of the walls and ceilings white, so if you see a wall that's not white, we did that. We installed all of our own ceiling fans. The floor was basic tile carpet when we moved in. We had somebody come in and change that. Anytime you see an accent wall with paneling, that's me. I added the tile on the wall, floating shelves, tabletop. Builder did the countertop and waterfall island. I added the pop-out outlets. The builder did all of our kitchen cabinets except for this one. I did that. I did all of the cabinet hardware. I built my own custom vent hood cover and added cabinets down here to match. I painted this door black, changed out all of our door hardware, gave the pantry a makeover, installed the kitchen faucet. Anytime you see a door that's gray, builder did that. I built the built-ins and the custom fireplace. I did all of the light fixtures in the entire house, and the builder did our black windows. I think that's everything for the main living area. Gosh, that was a lot. So, like I said, house goes on the market today, which I think means that it'll be on like Zillow, Redfin, like those sites today. It'll hit MLS tomorrow. I need to schedule the cleaners to come probably, hopefully on Friday. And then we have open houses on Saturday and Sunday. I'm really, really hoping that we get some good offers just off of the open house so that we don't have to go into doing like individual showings throughout the week. That part of selling just always kind of seemed like a headache to me. We're hoping for a quick sale, a bidding war. We're hoping to get, obviously, as much money as we possibly can out of the house. Ira just pulled up behind me. He had apparently the same idea that I did. Okay, so they've got the plumbing all, let me flip y'all around. So they're working on the plumbing. You can see it, like all those white tubes sticking out. That's all plumbing. What do you think?
Some water.
Yes, please. I was showing them all the plumbing, all the white tubes sticking out. Not a ton has changed since yesterday, but there is that. So that's what's new at the cribbo. We did come over here over the weekend when all of that gravel first got poured. So, and that was like pretty exciting because that was like the forms were up and we could actually see the entire like footprint of the house and what it was going to look like. We are back at the house and our gravel got poured and like smoothed out, I don't know, sometime yesterday, today. So let me flip this around so I can show you guys. Here it is. So this is our garage opening. That'll be my little bump out in the garage. We have a 2.5 car garage, so that will be where my workshop is, and then I'll still be able to park my car in here, which is super nice because you guys know in our current house I can't do that. I gave up my garage space for my workshop. So it'll be nice to have an extra little area to store everything, and then if I want to be able to use a bay and a half, I can just move my car out, but it still doesn't disturb Ira's car, who will be over here. So really excited about that. Our little teeny tiny back patio is right over there, and then this of course is all just like interior house stuff, and it'll be really nice because the way our house is angled, we're pretty far from our neighbor right there, and then I think that we will also be kind of far from our neighbor over here just based on the way that we're angled. So we have a lot of space. Like that flag there is the edge of our property line. So we have from here over to there, and then it goes along with the angle of the house. And I think that this little box is actually included in our yard also. And then back here is our backyard. That is like a retaining wall back there, and it drops down like about 4 feet, I think. So we're pretty confident, but still fingers crossed, that they probably won't build anything right here. But so there's our property line. I am standing in our tiny ass patio right now. It's literally only that big, but eventually we do plan on expanding it. And I think I want to do some other like kind of like hardscaping, like concrete work, just so that we have more space in our yard to kind of chill out. but we have a good bit of space, you guys. Like, there's space for what I love, which is multiple hangout areas with like concrete or pavers. There's space for potentially a pool or something over here. And then still over to this line here, that is our property line, and it goes split straight down the middle, like up to that kind of spot there. And then there's still plenty of space and grass for Ginger to run around, for future kids to run around and play. It's just gonna be so nice. I'm so excited. I can't wait to do the meeting and everything. Like, I can't wait to get this process rolling. I love getting to like watch the house come to life. It's so exciting. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So yeah, obviously that was a couple days ago over the weekend. Now they have added all of our like the tubing and stuff for the plumbing. Tomorrow we've got the pre-construction meeting, so we'll just go over everything from like, this is where our house is going to be laid out on the lot, here's the size of it, go over all of our structural add-ons. We'll probably read over our design options that we selected, maybe, possibly. They don't always do that in your pre-construction meeting. And then we'll just kind of like go over exactly how our build process is going to go, what they think that the timeline is going to be. And it'll give us a good chance to ask some questions. I actually wrote a blog post about the pre-construction meeting last time when we were building. And it is one of my, I think probably my top blog post of like Kayla Simone Home ever. Like, people love that blog post because when we were building, I could not find a ton of information about like what's a pre-construction meeting all about. So that's why I wrote the blog post, and now it's like one of the first things that pops up on Google when you Google about pre-construction meetings. So if you're going through the home building process, I definitely recommend checking out that blog post. I will be rereading my own blog post just as kind of like a little refresher to remind me some of the questions that I should ask, because I do know I wrote quite a few questions down in that blog post of things that are going to be really probably like necessary to ask when you're building, just so that you and your construction manager, your construction team, are all on the same page. Today I have 3 projects that I need to finish up. I got this tub and tile repair kit on Amazon, and it's supposed to just be kind of like epoxy that I just mix together and then, you know, put it on the crack, and then I'll have to like sand it smooth. So let's see if we can do this.
You gon' be my baby, love me like you crazy. Tell me if you ready, baby, come and get me, try a new thing. And let's walk a new plan. I can't believe you keep me all alone, baby girl. Wish you love her. Oh, it don't really matter, 'cause I got
That's exactly where the crack is, right here, and it's pretty long. It goes all the way from here, honestly come down to here. And originally I had actually planned on just replacing the tub, but because this tub is actually meant to have like the plastic surround instead of the tile on the walls, there's a lip behind all of these tiles that comes up to like about here. So we would actually have to remove the tiles in order to get the tub out. So we're just gonna patch it up.
Baby, I hope that you're thinking about leaving with me tonight. You said you came from love in the club, and I wanna tell.
We'll let that sit on there, let it dry for 24 hours, and then I'll come back and sand and recess tomorrow.
You gon' be my baby, love me like you crazy. Tell me if you feel it, baby, come and get it, try a new thing. Baby, try a new thing. Oh,
Okay, so this was a fail. Double fail. And I have more touch-up paint to do. But for some reason, the wood is just like not absorbing the stain at all. Like you can see, these are still very brown. It's like almost translucent. Whereas last time I did it, I don't know if it's just because I did the 2 coats back to back or what, but you can see that this is like way more of a solid stain. And then I also opened up the paint for the concrete and didn't check it from last time. It was actually white, because we had originally planned on painting all of the concrete down around this entire thing white and not black. So that's an L, big fat L for tonight. Tomorrow, after we do our pre-construction meeting, I'll go to Home Depot and get, I guess, new stain, which like kind of makes me nervous because I don't want like 2 different stains out here, because what if they don't stain the same and then it ends up like looking weird or like splotchy. So I have to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do about the stain, but I do know exactly what kind of concrete paint I need, so I will get another thing of just black concrete paint, and then I'll keep the white to use at the new house. But yeah, so I guess that's it for today. We tried. Good morning. We are here at our builder's model home. We are about to head in for our pre-construction meeting. I did get a chance to get some work done this morning, which is great, but I just realized that I never looked over my own blog post about what a pre-construction meeting is all about. So I'm about to cram real quick in the next 3 minutes that we have before this meeting. Well, that was exciting. We've only done literally like 10 minutes of the meeting, but we learned a few things that we were not expecting. So my favorite thing, our community, or maybe not the community, maybe it's just our floor plan, comes standard with the extended covered patio. I can't even explain to you guys how excited I am to learn that, because we specifically did not add the extended covered patio, even though we wanted it, because we just felt like it was not worth the money that they were charging, because it only bumped it out a few feet, like 2 or 3 feet. You got a larger roof, like a larger cover on it, but it wasn't worth it for the amount of like floor space that you got. But since it's free, since it's standard with our floor plan, I'm super excited about that. I love it when we find out that we get free things.
And tankless water heaters.
And we have tankless water heaters, which is pretty cool. I don't, it's like cool to me because I know that most water heaters have a tank. I don't really know what the benefits or anything are.
It doesn't take up that space.
But yeah, it doesn't take up the space, so we can put our water softener all the way over in the corner and we won't have to have both of them. So, and now we are headed over to the lot. I could not record anything at the pre-construction meeting once we went out to the lot because there were construction trucks there, and so it was just super loud. Like, we were having to like yell kind of to hear each other, and I just knew that it wouldn't pick up well on the phone camera, so like I just honestly didn't even worry about it. But basically we just walked around. The lot is even bigger than what Ira and I were thinking. We knew that it was going to be a pretty large lot since it's a corner lot, but I think it might actually be even larger than what we were like kind of expecting in our heads when he kind of like pointed out where everything was going to be. We also found out that all of the other homes in the neighborhood still just have your typical like 10 feet in between the houses, which is similar to what we have now. You have about 5 feet to your property line, which is where the shared fence is, and then you have another 5 feet from that fence to the neighbor's house. So it leaves you with about 10 feet in between. We will have much more space than that because our house is on the corner and kind of angled. So we end up with the houses being a little bit closer together in the front, and then lots of space as you go more towards the back of the house. I'm just feeling so happy and honestly just like so blessed, like so grateful that we were able to make this move. Yeah, it really feels like everything is working out the way, like exactly how we would want things to play out. And maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, I don't know, there was one day where I started to think like, actually it was when we went to visit the model homes with my mom, and I was thinking like, I kind of wish that we had gotten a larger floor plan, just after seeing like the 2 stories and thinking about all the projects, like more projects that I could potentially do, or just having more room to grow, you know. But then when you get into like the meeting today and we find out that like, oh well, we actually do get this and we do get that, and I'm just like, I'm feeling very grateful for what I have, and like not at all feeling like, wow, I wish I could have had more of this, I wish I could have more space, I wish I could add more rooms. Like where we're at is perfect for where we're at, you know. So I'll just get this and hope for the best.
Split up on my time with 2 or 3 guys. I can't make up my mind. I know I'm so indecisive, and I know that you don't like it. And I'll never let my guard down, but you steady trying to wipe it.
This is what I call balance.
Just say that I got baggage. My heart's way too hard to manage. Oh no, I can't give a nigga my trust. Said you working to change that, but it's bad with me. You gotta bear with me. Oh, bad.
$300 later, we are done with our Target run.
Oh, just bear with me. You gotta bear with me. Oh, bear with me.
Back to the tub. This, let me get in here. Okay. Yep, that's dry. Oh my gosh, it feels very smooth, smoother than I was expecting. So, it's very weird. It feels like plastic. But I'm just gonna sand this down, try to smooth it out a little bit, and then do another coat so that you can't see this ridge right here. Okay, here's how it looks after lots and lots of sanding, and you can definitely still see it. Honestly, I was really hoping that it would be more of a seamless match, but I just really don't think that there's anything that I can do about that. Number one, once this tub gets cleaned, it will look a little bit better because it'll be clean and bright and shiny and white, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get. It may not be the best, like, aesthetically, but the tub is no longer cracked and water can't leak out of it, so I think I'm just gonna have to call it what it is. A win is a win.
Running fast from the way it was, jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I've been enough of petty dudes. I've had enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh, today, then catch today. Ooh, I just take it day by day. Ooh, never hearing what they say. Ooh, I just do it my way. All I got is these broken clouds. I ain't got no time, just burning.
Hello, homies. I'm using my new little tripod that I showed you guys, and this thing, she's cute. She's small, but she's mighty. Let me go get my other phone so that I can show you guys what I see. Look how cute, right? It's like the perfect little tabletop height. I love it. So I'm definitely going to try to use this new snap grip and the snap pod, I think it's called, like the tripod. I'm gonna try to use these more so that I can do like a full review for you guys and let you know how I like it. But so far, so good. It's 12:30. I'm on like a quick little like hour lunch break, but I'm telling you guys, ever since I started just focusing on getting 3 things done a day, things are looking up for me. So far for today, my top 3 was sorting through all of my content that I have filmed throughout the year, and pulling out anything that's like irrelevant so that I'm only left with the things that are relevant to wedding planning. So I did that. I've been putting that off because I thought that it was going to take forever to go through all those clips, but honestly, it only took me about an hour. So I'm really glad that that's done. My other 2 things that I want to accomplish today are getting my Notion all set up and then doing the tile in like fixing that little part of the drain in our primary bathroom. That was one of those things that I was actually supposed to do yesterday. I don't remember what happened there, so it's on today's top 3. Our listing on Zillow has been doing really well. Our realtor's gotten a couple calls about it. Just people showing interest, letting him know that they're going to be coming out to the open house. I think we've had like 400 and something views on Zillow and like 80 something saves when I looked at it this morning. So at first I was like, I don't really know what these analytics, obviously I know what they mean, but I was like, I don't really know how it translates to like, are people actually looking to buy the house, or are they just kind of like, you know, just scrolling on Zillow, like Zillow and chill. So we should get a pretty good turnout at the open house this weekend. We have the cleaners coming tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much the update for today. I was able to call Peloton. They're sending us new pedals, so that's great. It's still covered under my warranty since I've only had it for a couple months, and it was like literally no issue at all. They're like, yeah, just send us a picture of your pedals. I did that while I was still on the phone with them, and he's like, okay, we'll get you another one shipped out. Then they're also sending us a touchscreen replacement because the on button on the back of our touchscreen has never worked. Like, it should be able to turn the Peloton on and off, and ours has never done that. So we have it just like on an auto sleep setting after it doesn't detect motion in front of it for 30 seconds, which has worked fine enough. But I'm like, for this thing to be so expensive, I kind of want it to work the way that it's supposed to work. So they're going to send us a new touchscreen also. Yeah, I think that's all the updates. We're just about to leave the house. I don't even think that I've talked to you guys at all today. So, hi vlog, happy Friday. I've really just been working all day today. We're about to leave the house and go have dinner at our friend / real estate agent's house, but I just got this pack delivered and I was like, what the heck is this thing? I could not figure out, like, what did I order that would be shipped like this? I think it's flooring samples for the new house. It is. There we go. I have you guys set up on my little mini tabletop tripod. Okay. I think I like this. It looks honestly very, very similar to the floor that we have now. Let me show you guys. Let's just try to get these to lock with each other. I guess I can't do it there. It's gotta go like this. First impression, what do you think about the flooring samples?
I like it. It's light, but I like it.
Yeah, it's light. It's definitely, I don't know.
It's all the same floor?
Yeah, they just sent 4 pieces of the same thing. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but it is lighter than our current floors. But it's not bad. It's a pretty good match.
I like it. I like it a lot.
The one thing that I don't like, which is what I was telling you, babe, I don't like these beveled seams. Like, I don't like being able to see this line. I like how ours is, like, invisible.
Well, you can't be free.
This is true. So yeah, there's the flooring. Since I literally just figured out what was in that little package and it got delivered not too long ago, I was like, let me hurry up and show you guys this before we have to leave. Like Ira said, I would be working with them as a collab. Flooring is very, oh, y'all can't even see me. Flooring is very expensive, obviously. We all know that. So I'm gonna have to see. I like it. I really, really like it. But I don't know if that little beveled edge is going to bother me or not. So we're gonna have to see, and I gotta go before Ira yells at me. Bye. So I am finishing up the last project left on the to-do list. It's the morning of the open house, so nothing like working down to the wire. I just need to grout this piece that I made yesterday for the shower drain. It's all dry now. I really should have grouted it yesterday, but I just never got back to it. I have our open house today, which I am both excited and also nervous about. Just because, like, it's the first time that people, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my freaking mind. Jesus. Boom. Jump scare. Anyway, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the freaking light again. It's the first time that people will see a lot of the like work that I've done in person. And so I'm just really nervous about how that might go. Like, are they gonna think that everything looks DIY and cheap? Are they gonna think that stuff looks good? Like, it just makes me nervous. Especially since, like, this house is the first house that I've really gotten to do projects on. And obviously everybody knows the more you do something, the better you get. So, like, my later projects that I've done are definitely finished better than some of the original projects. And, like, if we were still gonna be here, I probably would have gone back and touched up and, like, changed some of those things. It didn't really seem necessary for me to, like, redo things for somebody else when it's, like, good enough. I don't know. It's just like, it's tough just thinking about the fact that like, if people have feedback, it's like, those are the things that I did, that I made the house like that, you know what I mean? So, hopefully people like it and aren't too like nitpicky about stuff, but then at the same time, I'm like, I get it, because like, I'm super nitpicky about things, so, I don't know. Honestly, it's really just like, you gotta see how it goes type thing. This is not how you're supposed to make grout or mix grout, but I didn't want to have to make a big giant thing of grout for this one little piece, so. I think Ira and I are gonna go to the Michigan bar and go watch the Michigan game while the open house is going on. We'll probably come back here around like 4:30 and then like debrief with our real estate agent. Is this a joke? Oh my God, man.
Who are we gonna go see play, Kayla?
LSU.
Yeah.
Ooh, that lighting though. I feel like a real vlogger now.
Yeah, about to get clipped.
Okay, gotta go. Hey vlog! Happy Sunday! I hope all my homies are having a great day. We are just about to leave the house for open house number 2. Yesterday did not go quite like we had hoped. Actually, only one couple ended up coming by the open house, which our real estate agent wasn't like too concerned about. He said probably because of college game day, people weren't really coming out to look at houses. They were just if they were out like watching the game, you know. But still making me a little nervous. I know it's only the first day, obviously, but yeah, it still makes me nervous. So I hope that a lot more people come by today. That would be great. I have work to do on the vlog, so Ira and I are about to go drop Ginger off for day play, and then go grab something to eat and go to the library. I was thinking about going to like Panera or Starbucks or something, which I guess now that we're going to eat, we could just end up staying at Panera depending on what the booth situation is looking like what our seating, do they have plugs? But I was kind of thinking library just because like then you're not tempted to spend money on like more food and drinks, you know? Also, I'm like, if you don't use the library, it's like eventually they'll get rid of them, so. Gang's all here.